Now, last night, Chucky helped deputies stop a man after a chase and shootout that spanned 3 different counties. The pursuit started with a traffic stop in Karnes County and ended in West Bexar County at Loop 1604 and Highway 151. The suspect, this man, is in critical condition after being shot several times. The suspect has been identified as 38-year-old Matthew Mireles. Chucky was a 5-year-old Belgian Malinois. He had been with his handler for about 2 years. And new tonight, shocking video that shows the armed suspect broadcasting all of this live on Facebook, starting with the high-speed chase and continuing during the standoff with deputies. Eyewitness News reporter Roxy Bustamante has been following this story since this started to unfold last night. And what can you tell us, Roxy?
Well, I'm told both friends and family reached out to him, calling him during the pursuit, asking him to put it to an end, but it just wasn't enough. And we're actually going to be showing a short clip of his Facebook Live, though we want to warn you, it may be disturbing to some.
Hey, shoot me, man. Hey, go for it.
Tense moments as friends watched Matthew Mireles live on Facebook during an hours-long chase.
I can't even begin to think what's going through this person's mind, that he's out putting dozens of officers in danger, hundreds of civilian lives in danger, and he's on Facebook Live.
Deputies say it started in Karnes City when he refused to pull over, leading police on a high-speed chase through multiple counties. The 38-year-old later pulled over and started walking down 1604, pointing his gun at himself and deputies.
The decision was made to deploy a canine, and one of our canines, a 5-year-old Belgian Malinois named Chucky, was deployed. Chucky was able to get a bite on the suspect.
Mireles then shooting at the canine, deputies firing back, hitting him multiple times. The canine deputy Chucky died at the scene. Dozens of deputies and officers leading a procession from the west side to Bexar Animal Hospital, giving a final salute in honor of the 5-year-old canine, while the community showing an outpour of support for both Chucky and his handler.
Although we try our hardest at the end of that shift, sometimes not everybody makes it home. That doesn't make it any easier when that deputy's got 4 legs.
Now, the sheriff's office confirms the canine deputy was not wearing a vest last night, and in a statement that they sent to us, it reads, the canine handler, who was actively engaged in pursuing the armed suspect, did not have an opportunity to place the vest on Chucky, as doing so would have continued to place the public in imminent danger. Immediate actions had to be taken to ensure the suspect was stopped quickly, and the incident is still under routine review. You can find that full statement on our website right now, KENS5.com. Now, Bexar County Sheriff's Office says they are now in the process of making funeral arrangements with full honors for canine Chucky in accordance with the ultimate wishes of Chucky's handler and family. Phil.
All right, Roxy, thank you for that report.